The legal battle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is getting more heated as the next critical deadline approaches. During the corrective action portion of the case, Ripple and the SEC will discuss institutional sales. This stage will be inaccessible to you starting on February 20th, 2024. Although Ripple was victorious in July 2023, the next important date in the court case will be February 20th, as the court ordered that certain institutional XRP sales have to have been notified by that date. With this one-week extension, Ripple has asked to push back the date for the discovery of a solution from February 12th to February 20th, further delaying the deadline. There is great value in continuing to undertake this work even after the discovery phase ends, since it may provide arguments or evidence that alter the final answer. On November 14th, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) sent 9 queries and 3 RFIs to Ripple. In the aftermath of the complaint's filing, the SEC sought Ripple's financial records for 2021 to 2022, 2023, and any contracts pertaining to the sale of XRP to institutional buyers, hedge funds, or ODL customers. The South African government also sought Ripple's capital from the sale of XRP following the initial filing of the complaint. The request was centered on the circumstances leading up to this significant day. Ripple promised the SEC that they would provide them with all of their financial records and address any questions the SEC may have about post-complaint revenues from contracts that were in place prior to the litigation, following Judge Netburn's ruling. To get back on track with the XRP sales contracts that were signed 3 years ago with institutional buyers like hedge funds and ODL clients, Ripple has asked for a short extension until February 20th. The reason for this request is that Ripple had trouble gathering and submitting all of the necessary paperwork before the original due date. On February 5th, Judge Netburn wholeheartedly granted the request to compel. Discovered on February 12th, 2024, the finding was already made. Every word said by Ripple was in perfect harmony with the agreement's provisions. Even though Ripple asked that the remaining due dates be changed, nothing has changed. The outcome will be determined by the court's decision. Since receiving court briefs on the concept in March and April of this year, Ripple-supporting cryptocurrency community members have been pretty excited about the prospect of an XRP spot ETF. They claim that the increasing interest in Bitcoin ETFs exchange-traded funds shows this. The Bitcoin industry's heavy hitters support Ripple. The fact that XRP is not a security has already been established by a prior court order. This is why its proponents argued that it should be handled similarly to an exchange-traded fund ETF. An ETF law is more likely to be passed because of this legal clarification, according to Armstrong and the community. The community's declarations were, according to him, true claims. According to Boy's prediction, the most valuable cryptocurrency will overtake XRP at some point. BlackRock is the biggest asset manager on Minimon, with over $8.5 trillion in assets. The Bitcoin-based exchange-traded funds ETFs have BlackRock's strong backing. In order to be in compliance, GDLC holdings must follow the rules of the CoinDesk Large Cap Select Index. It was expected that Grayscale would finish liquidating some of its current funds. They plan to acquire a flood of XRP with the funds generated from this transaction. The lack of distinguishing characteristics in GDLC is to blame for this. The media has been covering digital assets for the past 2 days, and now they are once again a hot item. Most of the prices have stayed around 55 cents, and a large portion of them have been very steady. In defiance of a 2020 decision to remove XRP from the fund in reaction to Ripple's S6 lawsuit, asset management took a significant stride forward. This has led to speculation about the implementation of an exchange-traded fund ETF specifically for this purpose. There is still a long way to go before an exchange-traded fund ETF is used, but many of these things are already happening. Actually, many people thought that XRP would hit a new record high of $110,000 at some point. Many years passed with this view still held. You won't believe it until you hear it, but Larry F. of BlackRock recently did something to support that forecast. Rather than mentioning the ridiculously cheap price of $10,000 per XRP, he is just saying that it is required in his remark. Major players in the financial sector, like BlackRock and Vanguard, are currently seriously considering integrating XRP into their global commercial operations. The next scene aims to grab people's attention and succeeds admirably. It depicts the impending massive transformation that will tokenize Ripple and its digital asset XRP. Based on my in-depth online investigation on the subject, let's shift gears to something completely different. After retiring, Gary Gensler relinquished his position as head of the SEC, and Gensler assumed the position. It is likely already known by many that Gensler often calls XRP a security. I am cognizant of this reality. The situation is getting more and more interesting because Gary and his twin brother are the same age. Even though Robert M. Jenner, vice president, is often listed among the world's most powerful people, our pricing plan is trickier than it seems. Our company is a financial powerhouse and a major player in the cryptocurrency markets, with stakes in XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. There seems to be a connection to Robert's famous twin brother, who is an investor and heavy XRP and cryptocurrency user. There appears to be a relationship between Robert and this strange coincidence. It is obvious that this relationship is flawed. Several news outlets have reported that the corporation has sizable holdings in the aforementioned 3 digital currencies. Additional instances of dubs involved in illicit activities have surfaced as a result of these investigations into insider trading and market manipulation. It appears that some Secret Service agents are informing their loved ones about digital assets that may soon be deemed non-security assets. You can make a lot of money with little work if you buy cheap stuff and sell it for a higher price. After considering every angle, we must now ascertain whether lawmakers are keen on pressuring Ripple Labs and the SEC to reach a settlement. Legislators in Washington could be interested in that course of action, according to a mountain of evidence. Buying XRP and then hanging on to its increasing value is the best strategy for buyers. A decision has been taken to begin a new chapter in this tale. Many individuals in the cryptocurrency industry are quite optimistic about XRP's future and the potential benefits it could bring to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrency investors. According to Jack the Ripper and his fearless XRP experts, the value of the cryptocurrency is expected to skyrocket. According to their calculations, it will increase by $589 to $60,000. This forecast shows that XRP's future in the cryptocurrency industry is becoming more discussed and debated. Undoubtedly, this is taking place. It seems like you've had a change of heart on BlackRock's XRP scheme idea. The Bitcoin community has taken a giant leap towards establishing and safeguarding the Bitcoin cryptocurrency with the launch of the Bitcoin Entrepreneurial Development Fund (EDF). This is only one example of how the Bitcoin industry is currently experiencing a great deal of strangeness and absurdity. The impact of XRP on cryptocurrency, a major cryptocurrency market, is a prime example of this. This is merely the most recent instance of XRP's value rapidly rising. There have been others. Remember when we were talking about the problems that a well-known exchange is having? BlackRock is going to build an exchange-traded fund ETF. That's all for now.